Hello, BookTube. This is a bookshelf tour. Um, bookshelf number, bookcase number 16, shelf number 2. It's a mix of paperbacks. The other shelves on this bookcase both have magazines and stuff. I may do them, but it won't be during the shelf tours. Um, so we'll finish up this bookcase with these odd paperbacks, odd mix. And then bookcase 17, which will pretty much end the whole bookcase tours, is almost entirely science fiction, horror, and fantasy. So if you like that sort of thing, that will be coming up. So I'm going to start here, and I've got everything piled on the chair with me, so I don't have to keep running over the bookcase. And I don't think I have any order to these, so I'm just going to do them out of order. And these are the old black covered Tarzans, Edgar Rice Burroughs. If you want to watch some really great Edgar Rice Burroughs booktube videos, the Paperback Junkie has been doing just great stuff. So just go over to his channel and it'll be easy to find. So Edgar Rice Burroughs, this is Tarzan and the Lion Man, number 17. Tarzan the Magnificent, number 21 in this. Hopefully you enjoy these covers. Tarzan the Invincible, which is number 14. Tarzan and the City of Gold, number 16. Tarzan and the Leopard Men, number 18. You got Tarzan and the Forbidden City, that's number 20. See, and on the back they'll just have like a little shot of the larger painting. And then this is Tarzan the Terrible, which is number 8. Move these off to the side here so we don't ever, I don't want to drop them. And keep on going here. We got Tarzan the Untamed, which is number 7. There's the close-up. You got Jungle Tales of Tarzan, which is number 6. Tarzan and the Madman, number 23. And then number 5 is Tarzan and the Jewels of Opar. Number 11 is Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. Number 4 is the Son of Tarzan. Number 12 is Tarzan and the Lost Empire. Number 9 is Tarzan and the Golden Lion. And number 10 is Tarzan and the Ant-Man. So those are my black covered Edgar Rice Burroughs. Tarzan. So moving right along, we have a non-fiction book. This is The Stones of Florence by Mary McCarthy in paperback. This was a, let me see, paper's a little hard to hit. It's a Harvest book, Harcourt Breaks and World, New York. And this was, this is a 1963 edition from a 1959 text. So, a little history of Florence. Then we have a couple of, well, I think I have more than one here. Let me take a look. Yeah, I do. This is Tony Hillerman, The Great Taos Bank Robbery and Other Indian Country Affairs. I always like these covers of his things. Tony Hillerman knows the Southwest like no other contemporary writer. In this extraordinary collection of 9 masterpieces, he presents the Southwest as only he can. From the comical title story of a holdup that didn't happen to the riveting account of scientists tracking the Black Death through the arroyos and We Fall Down. So, collection of Mr. Hillerman's shorter pieces. And then here we have Tony Hillerman, A Thief of Time. So, at a moonlit Indian ruin where thieves of time ravage sacred ground in the name of profit, a noted anthropologist vanishes while on the verge of making a startling, history-altering discovery. So, these are his mysteries of Leaphorn and Chi, take place in Indian country. And then we have here Stuart Wood's Stone Barrington novel, Strategic Moves. Some nice light reading. I like those. Then a thriller writer of adventure fiction from back when I was a younger fella, Hammond Dennis, The Golden Soak. A mine director dies in Blaze. Embittered and disillusioned with his life, Alec Falls fakes his own death and starts for Australia in the Golden Soak mine. So his adventures. I've read many of Hammond Dennis's books. And then this is a Charlotte and Thomas Pitt novel. This is Anne Perry's Colander Square mystery series. And then another Charlotte and Thomas Pitt novel, Anne Perry's Silence in the Hanover Closet. Then Nick Carter, Codename Werewolf. I went back and reread this one also because I was watching the Paperback Junkies channel and he made me nostalgic for them. There were hundreds of the Nick Carter books put out years ago, and they're a nice, quick, fast adventure read. This is John Lescroix. I'm not always good with his name. This is The Hunter. I did a bit of a book chat about this months ago. I started it out, wasn't very thrilled, but the more I got into the novel, the more I ended up really enjoying it. So I ended up really liking it. So then we've got Stuart M. Kaminsky, an Inspector Porfiry Rosnikov novel. This one's Hard Currency. And this one came out in, it's Ivy Books, New York, 1995. When a former Russian advisor stands accused of murdering a female citizen in Cuba, Inspector Porfiry Rosnikov is dispatched to the former Soviet Union's one-time ally on a criminal investigation, cum diplomatic mission. With a watchful KGB agent on his tail, Rosnikov must grapple with his cunning Cuban counterpart, as well as perplexing murder scenario, to save face for his mother country. Okay. Then I've got a bunch of these Clive Cusslers, and those of you who watch this channel a lot, or have watched it before, will know I love Clive Cussler novels. They're a good escape for me. This is Clive Cussler and Justin Scott. It's an Isaac Bell. And Isaac Bell's like his turn of the century, not this last century, the prior century. He works for Van Dorn. It's like a private detective agency. Sort of think of the Pinkertons type of thing. So it's when technology is starting to really change rapidly. Airplanes, railroads have really crisscrossed the whole country. There's all sorts of that sort of stuff. So this one, The Striker, very good. I like the Isaac Bell novels quite a bit, and the other ones I like this. This one's Clive Cussler with Russell Blake, and this is The Eye of Heaven, a Fargo adventure. And the Fargos, they're a husband and wife teams that are sort of like treasure hunters, and they're really good. And then the next one I have here is Clive Cussler and Graham Brown, and this is Ghost Ship. And these are Pneumophiles, Cursed Austin's adventures. I like them, but not as much as the other two, and not as much as the original Dirk Pitt ones, but I do like them. Then here, let me see if I can do this. Break this up a little bit. Got a couple sets here. So let's just do this. This is Agatha Christie The Secret Adversary, which I read a few months ago. Really enjoyed it. It was a good read. And then here, I've just picked a few of these up. I haven't really read them. I want to, but oddly enough, I don't have the right ones to read. These are the Sue Grafton. I think she just passed away. I've got B, D, and E. So B is for burglar, D is for deadbeat, and E is for evidence. So I'd like to get some more of these. These are, I think, fairly old covers. And there are Kinsey Malone mysteries. I'd like to pick up a few of these and maybe give them a shot. I've been thinking about it for a while. And then these are Lillian Jackson Braun, the cat who played post office, the cat who knew Shakespeare, the cat who read backwards, and the cat who ate Danish modern. And I read one of these. Let me see here. This is about Jim Quilleran and a Siamese cat, Coco and Yum Yum. Doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd like, and yet I read the first one. I don't know if it's the first one. I read this one. The cat could read backwards. I liked it. It was fun. Very entertaining, and the characters were fun. So, yeah, I enjoyed it very much. And that's that odd, I guess we all have them, the bookshelf that collects odd titles until you know whether you're going to keep them or if you're going to put them somewhere else or with more organization somewhere else. But anyhow, that does finish, because the rest of it's magazines, that does finish Bookcase 16. We'll do 17, which is all science fiction, fantasy, and horror coming up. So thank you, BookTube.